You're watching WBZ TV Boston. Next on WBZ News 4.
The snow is falling. WBZ Storm Center coverage begins now.
Now, Jack Williams, Liz Walker, Bruce Schwoegler, Bob Lobel, Joyce Kulhawick. Now, live, this is WBZ News 4.
This is Scituate right now. A nor'easter is pounding New England. We're expecting at least a foot of snow here in Boston. Good evening, everybody. Well, it's finally here, and so far, this storm is living up to its billing.
A powerful nor'easter is blowing across New England. The sand trucks, the plows are out. Heavy snow started falling in Boston around 8 this evening and quickly made driving tricky. We're expected to get at least a foot. It looks pretty, but the storm could get ugly. WBZ's Bruce Schwoegler is tracking the storm as he has been for days. Bruce?
Well, we've got 3 to 4 inches on the ground right now. I figure by the time of the inbound commute tomorrow, we're going to have somewhere between 6 and 8 inches of snow on the ground. And there's going to be somewhat of a let-up during tomorrow morning for a while, and then there's going to be a re-intensification of the system as yet more energy comes around. We're going to be running school closings beneath my picture here for you while I'm explaining some of these things that are going on. So here we go with it. We're looking at radar and also the school closings at the bottom of the picture. You can see a let-up down toward New York City, and we are anticipating that this let-up down in this zone here, you can see it on the back side, will be sliding in with the motion of this other system. However, more energy is dipping around on the backside and is going to start coming up and around tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening, re-energizing this storm situation. The actual storm is still way down to our south and will be coming up and slowing and intensifying as it moves into the Gulf of Maine. So we're going to be seeing a significant backlash of snow coming around that system. We are looking, therefore, for totals of snowfall. That'll be in the 10 to 18 inch range. 10 to 18 inches of snow in much of our area northeastward, and then wrapping around back into the White Mountains where it's not going to stop snowing until Friday. Now, we're going to wind down with most of our snow by Thursday morning. Again, a let-up tomorrow morning is likely. And as we look to the southeast, lesser amounts because of a wetter snow and also because we do have rain falling right now out at Nantucket. And of course, lesser amounts as you head west of the city out to Worcester and beyond to the Berkshires. So that's what we're thinking at this time, and we'll be back with the full weather forecast in a little while. I'll see you then. Liz?
Okay, Bruce, thank you. Now we're headed out into the storm on the coast. WBZ's Dan Ray is on the North Shore in Revere. Dan?
Good evening, Liz. It is snowing, it is windy, it is cold. It's not a very nice night. It's a real deep midwinter's night here in Revere. As you can see, the snow is really beginning to pile up. Inside Revere High School, right behind me, there is a Red Cross Center, and some 20 senior citizens are bedded down for the night. You have some low-lying areas along the coast here, the Beachmont area, where traditionally there has been flooding, and that's something they'll be watching very, very closely in the morning. Caught a big snowflake in the throat. Feeling like the abominable snowman. Dan Ray live in Revere. Back to you, Liz.
Okay, take care of yourself, Dan. Thanks a lot.
And to our south, Scituate is bracing for high tide tomorrow morning. Seas of up to 13 feet are predicted, and people who live near the coast may be forced to evacuate in Scituate. WBZ's Bill Shields joins us now from Scituate with the latest information. Bill?
Well, good evening, Jack. You know, people who live along the coastline in New England do so for a reason, and they accept the good with the bad, and this, to many of them, is the bad. People here in Scituate are bracing for the worst, but hoping for the best, I think.
It may not officially be a blizzard, but it sure looks like one in Worcester tonight. And WBZ's Ted Wayman joins us from the city of Seven Hills. Ted?
Good evening, Jack. It started snowing out here about 7:45 tonight in Worcester. So far, we almost have 4 inches on the ground, coming down at a very good clip. Since about 8 o'clock, traffic has been slow, with people heeding police advice to stay off the road. So as we began to investigate this story, the busiest place we could find was a local ski area.